Hello, it's BrickBot, and I'm taking another go at simple hobby kit model building of cars. Because last time, several years ago, I did do the Hyundai Grandeur one because as a pure 1/24 scale with the Hyundai helokarbot. So naturally, the other one here is the Hyundai Pony. And a big old toy Hyundai Pony, but this is for an adult real model car Hyundai Pony, the perfect 1/24 scale. So this was released in 2020. Late 2020, early 2020. Yeah, but this has been constantly reissued. This is one of those staple, new, regular, constant products, the Moonbangu series. Yeah, the Moonbangu series, this is kind of very much a nostalgic throwback to those little stores all around Korea. So this is a beautiful, and I think this Hancha is like economic car. Yeah, just some sort of technical features here. 80 horsepower. And the real car specs. And then the model car specs. Yeah, the nice lengths and widths here. And then there is an additional figure, the retro girl. Yeah, so that's a nice little human companion for this car, and maybe a car that's a bit too big. Real logo here, just a really nice packaging style, and then I realize this does require a bit of cement. I mean, I'm gonna try to just assemble this without as much, but if there are some parts that are required to, then I will. Well, this is number 2 in the series, because this Moonbangu series is not just these cars. There's a couple other retro nostalgic stuff. Yeah, so of course the packaging is gonna be like this. The stock body is actually a pretty bright red, bit brighter than I was expecting. Yeah, but I'm still gonna go with stock. I'm still gonna go with stock and not really paint this dark red, because if I'm going to go over a large surface of this, I think I'll need a spray paint rather than coating the paint over. So I just got right to the thing that needed painting the most, the retro girl. Of course, this is like stark naked flesh tone, but of course I just had to paint them all up on the sprue with the paint I already had. It's just a little bit of green here on both sides, and I think it applied enough on the front, just slightly wet on the back, but it's dried and it has a nice glossy feel to it. And nice red shoes, little red shoes, and put a little gold on that base plate, little red scarf, bare legs, and you get your head out of the gutter. I just wanted to paint that, just because it's kind of authentic. And I still have yet to find my black Gundam marker here, just to really get that black hair there. Okay, sorry, I skipped the live building because this actually requires a lot of intricate gluing. This is like a level 2 model kit, I realized. Yeah, so it will be too delicate, so this is a fully assembled thing. You can check out other videos that fully assemble it. I didn't leave the license plate on. I didn't put on the license plates for some reason. But I did apply these water slides on the back, the Hyundai Pony. Yeah, so this is a very intricate underside. This is like the muffler and the tiny little tailpipe. And a lot of glue on these side suspensions. This is already coming off a bit. Yeah, this one actually has a steering wheel function. Steering. On these nice chrome rims. That was one of 2 options. Yeah, I guess the one without the extra rim cap. Yeah, just standard hubcaps, I guess. As with these alternative headlight pieces on the front here. Yeah, I opted for the ones, the traditional placement of the rear view windows. There are no extra little tabs there, so this had to be glued on. Yeah, so these are all like the leftover pieces. They're basically alternates. Like alternate black bumper pieces, and then there were little mud guards here. Little mud guards that you actually glue right on the frame here, which is a bit too much of a hassle, so I left those out. An alternate grille shape. Yeah, I guess this was much more of a smaller lattice, like a vertical and horizontal lattice here. As opposed to this just straight striping here. Also, I water slid that right on there. Yeah, all the taillights here are just really intricately glued. Yeah, I guess there's some flashing tabs they didn't completely shave off, so it might be slightly off, so I opted for all orange instead of the red or the one-piece clear taillights. Also, yeah, the taxi parts are just left unused. I guess they're just gang molded in with the other clear parts. Again, I decided to buy this now just to compare with the Meister, the KRBrickBot Meister. That's a real Hyundai pony before he was unponified. And of course, the stock plastic is pretty much more brighter red, but still closer to a crimson. Didn't want to bother finding out a spray paint that would actually match this color. If I could, that would be more accurate, but I just buying this for a comparison mostly. This doesn't roll that well, you know, because of the steering wheel. I might not put that wheel in, but just try to make this as accurate to this Meister build. That orange headlights, orange taillights. Yeah, so this is a 1/19th, which is closer to 1/18th as compared to a 1/24. Speaking of 1/24, yeah, I have my Grandeur here, and was the pony always a really tiny car? One of, you know, Hyundai's premier cars was pretty small, and then they got bigger over time, huh? I mean, yeah, this doesn't feel right, but I guess this is right. This is a true scale, so I guess you can have tiny cars like this in the 70s, whether it's in the 70s or the 90s. So compared to other Hyundai pony taxis, yeah, this is the one from the Road Saver Hyundai pony taxi, which is of course slightly bigger than the 1/24. This is about 1/26. And then this is the Chinese version of the Hyundai, not Hyundai, it's a just Meister taxi. But I did use those sticker decals to authentically make it a Hyundai. Now this one comes to about 122 actually. No, 126. Dang it, I got those mixed up. This is 122, this is 126. Anyway, yeah, just this 126 is not my ideal scale for, you know, just regular 32 cars, but a slightly bigger taxi, but what you can do about it. Yep, so 4 incremental scales of Hyundai pony, and this is the standard model scale, and then again, helloka봇 just went all over the place with the other scale. I mean, this feels correct, which is this is more about the 128 scale I measured last time, but then you're telling me that this pony is actually a bit small compared to this. This is really the actual scale. This is 2 scale, this is not 2 scale, so yeah, car scales, yeah. Sometimes you just kind of have a subconscious thing, maybe just a misconception that most cars are the same width, but then there are some cars that are tinier in real life, or much bigger. Yeah, you'd be thinking these two are in scale, when actually these two are in scale, and these are not in scale, But honestly, I think the favorite part of my set is this retro girl figure, which I really painted up. Lots of tester and enamel paints for the white shirt and the green skirt, and then Gundam marker for the rest, and then a matte Tamiya paint for the hair. Of course, cement you have to be really intricate, so I think I've applied just enough glue needed, so kind of not to disturb things. So she does kind of tilt to the side, and this is, yeah. I think the heels are not super secure, so I gotta be really careful with this thing. Yeah, so this is apparently in scale. Yeah, I think it checks out. Yeah, it looks like, you know, if you have a sitting down figure, she could fit in there, but it's just a static figurine. This is a good scale reference now. Now I have a delicate point of scale reference to see what giant car robots would best scale with a 7cm woman. So this was a hobbyist side review in a channel of mostly toy reviews. You know whether or not as a hobbyist you want to get like a very like vintage Korean car, or just a car in general, just a vintage retro car in general. Yeah, it just has pretty nice parts. I mean, I guess the gluing the cement of very intricate parts is to be expected with these more advanced model kits. Yeah, if you're really ambitious, you can just customize this, just paint it whatever color you want, just add extra parts and such. And it's, you know, pretty affordable at $18. I got this on sale, so that's why I got it now. I'm glad I didn't get it in America, because then I would have to get up extra paint and stuff. Just extra paint and then just kind of be worried about shipping this back home or just selling it and then just receiving it back in Korea. Something that ended up in America and then back in Korea all sort of shattered and cracked. So glad I waited out this long just to compare it with Meister. I will consider getting the Academy Santa Fe 2019 4th edition down the line. Yeah, that is a easy to build kit like the Grandeur, so that should be easy to put together just for scale comparison and maybe kit bashing. Yeah, so this was a little side thing while I'm still in a indecisive rut on what other hellokarbot or Korean robot I want to review, because I'm being very indecisive with my budget.